Saturn is pretty cool, right? It has rings. These rings are one of the most iconic features in our solar system. They are made up of countless particles, ranging in size from tiny grains of dust to massive chunks of ice and rock. The rings are not solid, they are more like a giant shimmering halo that encircles the planet. When you look at Saturn through a telescope, the rings are the first thing you notice. They are truly a wonder to behold. These rings are made of ice and rock. Each particle orbits Saturn at its own speed, creating a dynamic and ever-changing display. The rings are divided into several sections, each with its own unique characteristics. Some sections are dense and bright, while others are more diffuse and faint. The particles in the rings collide and interact with each other, creating waves and ripples that can be seen from Earth. It's like a cosmic dance that has been going on for millions of years. They are huge and beautiful. The rings extend outwards from Saturn for thousands of kilometers, creating a stunning visual spectacle. When sunlight hits the rings, they sparkle and shine, casting shadows on the planet below. The rings are constantly changing, with new particles being added and old ones being lost. It's a dynamic system that is always in motion, always evolving. The beauty of Saturn's rings is a reminder of the incredible complexity and diversity of our solar system. But have you ever wondered what it would be like if Earth had rings too? Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a giant glowing band circling our planet. It would be an incredible sight. The rings would be visible both during the day and at night, changing how our world looks. They would cast shadows on the ground, creating patterns of light and dark that would shift and change with the seasons. The rings would be a constant presence in our lives, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the universe. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a giant glowing band circling our planet. The rings would be a source of wonder and inspiration, sparking our curiosity and imagination. They would be a symbol of our connection to the cosmos, a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The rings would change the way we see the world, giving us a new perspective on our place in the universe. They would be a constant source of beauty and awe, a reminder of the incredible diversity and complexity of the cosmos. It would be an incredible sight. The rings would be visible from space, creating a stunning visual spectacle that would be seen by astronauts and space travelers. They would be a constant presence in our lives, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the universe. The rings would change the way we see the world, giving us a new perspective on our place in the cosmos. They would be a source of inspiration and wonder, sparking our curiosity and imagination. The rings would be a symbol of our connection to the cosmos, a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The rings would be visible both during the day and at night, changing how our world looks. During the day, the rings would cast shadows on the ground, creating patterns of light and dark that would shift and change with the seasons. At night, the rings would glow with a soft, ethereal light, creating a magical and otherworldly atmosphere. The rings would be a constant presence in our lives, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the universe. They would change the way we see the world, giving us a new perspective on our place in the cosmos. It's fun to think about how these rings would change our planet. Would it be good? Would it be bad? The rings would have a profound impact on our environment, affecting everything from the weather to the tides. They would create new patterns of light and shadow, changing the way we see the world. The rings would be a constant presence in our lives, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the universe. They would change the way we see the world, giving us a new perspective on our place in the cosmos. The rings would be a source of inspiration and wonder, sparking our curiosity and imagination. Let's explore what Earth would be like with rings. Imagine the impact on our culture, our art, and our science. The rings would be a source of inspiration for artists, writers, and musicians, sparking new ideas and new ways of seeing the world. They would be a constant presence in our lives, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the universe. The rings would change the way we see the world, giving us a new perspective on our place in the cosmos. They would be a source of inspiration and wonder, sparking our curiosity and imagination. The rings would be a symbol of our connection to the cosmos, a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. If Earth had rings, they would look different depending on where you are on the planet. These rings, much like those of Saturn, would be composed of countless particles of ice and rock, reflecting sunlight and creating a spectacular display in our skies. The appearance of these rings would vary dramatically based on your geographical location. offering a unique perspective from different parts of the world. Near the equator, the rings would appear as a thin, bright line stretching across the sky. This line would be a constant, unbroken band of light shimmering with the reflected glow of the sun. Imagine standing on a tropical beach looking up at the night sky and seeing this brilliant line of light cutting through the darkness. It would be a sight unlike any other, a celestial phenomenon that would become a part of everyday life for those living near the equator. Imagine a giant archway of shimmering ice and rock. This archway, visible from space, would be a testament to the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our solar system. The particles that make up the rings would be constantly moving, colliding and interacting with each other, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow. From the ground, this archway would appear as a delicate, ethereal structure, a reminder of the beauty and complexity of the universe. As you move closer to the poles, the rings would appear to tilt. This tilt would become more pronounced the further you travel from the equator, creating a different visual experience for those living in higher latitudes. The rings would no longer be a straight line, but would instead form a graceful arc across the sky. This change in perspective would offer a new way to appreciate the rings, highlighting their three-dimensional nature and the intricate patterns formed by the particles within them. They would look wider and more impressive. The further you move from the equator, the more the rings would spread out, creating a broader and more expansive display. This increased width would make the rings appear even more majestic, dominating the sky and providing a stunning backdrop for the natural landscapes below. Whether viewed from a snowy mountaintop or a frozen tundra, the rings would add a sense of grandeur and wonder to the scene. Close your eyes and picture a celestial necklace draped across the heavens. This necklace, formed by the rings, would be a constant reminder of the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Each particle within the rings would be a tiny piece of a larger whole, working together to create a beautiful and harmonious display. This celestial necklace would be a source of inspiration and wonder, encouraging us to look up and marvel at the beauty of the cosmos. No matter where you are, the rings would be a constant presence in our sky. They would be a unifying feature, visible to everyone on the planet, and serving as a reminder of our shared place in the universe. Whether you are in a bustling city or a remote village, the rings would be there, a constant and reassuring presence in the night sky. They would become a part of our cultural and artistic expressions, inspiring stories, songs, and works of art. They would be a reminder of the vastness and beauty of space. The rings would serve as a daily reminder of the incredible scale and complexity of the universe, encouraging us to explore and learn more about the world beyond our own. They would inspire curiosity and a sense of wonder, reminding us that we are just a small part of a much larger and more intricate cosmic tapestry. The rings would be a symbol of the beauty and mystery of the universe, inviting us to look up and dream of the possibilities that lie beyond our own planet. The moon lights up our nights, right? Well, rings would too. The rings would reflect sunlight, just like the moon does. This means that even on a moonless night, we'd still have some light. It wouldn't be as bright as a full moon, but it would be enough to see. Imagine going for a walk under the soft glow of the rings. It would be magical. The rings wouldn't just bring light, they'd also cast shadows. During certain times of the year, the ring shadows would fall on different parts of Earth. These shadows would move across the planet as Earth rotates. Imagine seeing a shadow from space sweep across the land. These shifting shadows would make our planet a more dynamic and ever-changing place. Believe it or not, the rings could actually affect our weather. The rings would reflect some sunlight away from Earth. This means that our planet might be a little cooler than it is now. Some scientists think that this cooling effect could help to regulate Earth's temperature. The rings could act like a natural sunshade, preventing extreme heat. Of course, this is just a theory, but it's exciting to think that the rings could have such a big impact on our planet. Section 6. Navigation by ring. For centuries, people have used the stars to navigate. The night sky has always been a map for those who dared to venture into the unknown. Ancient mariners relied on the constellations to guide their ships across vast oceans, using tools like the sextant to measure the angles between stars and the horizon. This celestial navigation was a skill passed down through generations, a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to explore. But imagine a world where the sky itself has changed. With rings in the sky, we might have developed a whole new way to find our way. These rings, always visible and unchanging, would provide a constant reference point. Just as the North Star has been a beacon for travelers, the rings could serve as a new celestial guide, revolutionizing the way we navigate both land and sea. The rings would always be in the same place relative to Earth. This stability would make them an incredibly reliable tool for navigation. Unlike stars, which move across the sky as the Earth rotates, the rings would remain fixed, providing a permanent marker that could be used day or night, in any weather condition. Imagine the possibilities this would open up for explorers and adventurers. This means that we could use them as a fixed point in the sky, just like the North Star. Navigators could plot their courses with unprecedented accuracy, using the rings as a reference to determine their position and direction. This would be especially useful in the vast, featureless expanses of the ocean or the desert, where traditional landmarks are scarce. Imagine sailors using the rings to cross oceans. They could set their course by the rings, confident that their path would remain true. This would make long voyages safer and more efficient, reducing the risk of getting lost at sea. The rings would be a constant companion, guiding them through storms and calm waters alike, and explorers using them to chart new lands. The possibilities are endless, from the earliest adventurers mapping unknown territories to future space travelers navigating the cosmos. The rings would be an invaluable tool. They could help us discover new worlds, explore distant planets, and push the boundaries of human knowledge. The rings in the sky would be a symbol of our unending quest for discovery, a reminder that there is always more to explore. Section 7: Rings of Myth and Legend. Humans love to tell stories about the sky. Just think about all the myths about constellations. If Earth had rings, they would definitely inspire new stories and legends. Imagine tales of gods and goddesses living among the rings, or stories of brave heroes who journey to the rings and back. The rings would be a source of wonder and inspiration for people all over the world. They would enrich our cultures and fire our imaginations. Section 8: A New Age of Science. Rings wouldn't just change our stories, they'd also change our science. Scientists would be eager to study the rings and learn everything they could about them. They would want to know what the rings are made of, how they formed, and how they affect our planet. Studying the rings could lead to new discoveries about the universe. We might even send astronauts to the rings one day. Just imagine the amazing things they would discover. Section 9: A Universe of Wonder. Thinking about Earth with rings reminds us that our universe is full of amazing things. It's a vast and mysterious place with endless possibilities. Who knows what other wonders are out there waiting to be discovered? The universe is full of surprises, so keep looking up at the sky and never stop asking questions. You never know what you might find.